Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at GrowFold, and today we'll be big box store plant shopping at the Home Depot off of White Rock Lake, Garland, Texas. As always, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video, and at the end of the video also the hype button, because it definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And if you get a chance, go ahead and follow me on my Instagram page at GrowFold if you have any questions about the plants or just want to get in touch with me directly. And if you like even more exclusive content and more perks, join my YouTube membership tier. It is literally the price of a cup of coffee, only $2.99, and you will get even more exclusive plant content and lifestyle vlogs. But as you can see right here, it is a beautiful afternoon when I went big box store plant shopping all the way down in Dallas, Texas. It's technically in Garland. I was actually visiting one of my favorite local plant nurseries, Peta's Planters, but I couldn't help but jump in and do a big box store plant shopping video. So we're going to see if this Home Depot actually has any new releases, any exciting finds, anything of that nature. I know in my previous big box store plant shopping video at Target, it is currently Target Circle Week. So if you shop at Target, huge sales going on right now, and there was that Rare Monstera Mint that was found at Target. So we're going to see if Home Depot has anything. You can see they are in full-fledged effect in terms of Christmas. We've already got Christmas trees on, and it's only the first week of October. So let's just see what we can find here. But before we get into the big box or plant shopping today, I'm going to be talking about an exciting new project I've been working alongside with my friend Harry of Miami Plants. He works for Art Garden Flowers. We are publishing a book called Indonesia's Living Jewel, Aglonema. So this is one of the first English books that features Aglonema hybrids from Indonesia. I am super excited to be part of this project. Congratulations to Harry and also the Art Garden Flowers team. This is a beautiful book that features so many Indonesian hybrids, and if you've been following my channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. My name is Richie. Welcome to the channel. You already know that I am on the campaign to hashtag popularize Aglonema, and this is part of the campaign by releasing an Indonesian hybrid Aglonema hardcover book. You can see that there are plant care tips, the history of Aglonema, and so many beautiful Aglonema hybrids that most people will have never seen. This is going to hopefully get more people excited about the beauty of Aglonema. You can see that this is just a couple of the photos of the book. There is also a feature of me and my grandmother, my Lola Belen. You can actually see a face reveal there because I am not wearing my mask, and you already know that this is usually a faceless YouTube. But if you buy this hardcover book or this book out, which will be released at PlantCon 2025 in Dallas, Texas, definitely consider getting it. It definitely is a beautiful book, and I'm super proud of being part of it as a collaboration with my friend Harry. Please subscribe to his YouTube channel, Miami Plants. Go ahead and search it on YouTube, and obviously follow Art Garden Flowers on Instagram. You can see this has a history of the company, and any of the Aglonema hybrids that you see here, you can actually order directly from Indonesia, and it will get shipped directly to your doorstep because Art Garden Flowers actually has a US broker, so you don't have to worry about any of the paperwork and import licensing, because they do the importing for you. There is a QR code. You can press the pause button and actually look at it and see the pricing of these beautiful plants. So again, thank you for tuning in, and we are going to go back to the main programming, which is the big box or plant shopping at today's Home Depot out in Garland, Texas. I do hope that you guys will support this project. So as you can see right here, we are about to walk into the garden center, and I love these Home Depots that actually have a separate, almost like greenhouse. So you'll see that there are many Proven Winner Leafjoy plants. We're going to get into that, but isn't this such a beautiful location? You can see that it's got high ceilings, a full window where you can get lots of bright indirect light, and all of the plants that are in this location are definitely living their best life because you are getting a lot of the bright indirect light light here. So we're going to take a gander. We're going to take a look at some of these plants. You can see we've got some large foliage plants located at this Home Depot. And I am curious for those that are actually going out and shopping. Let me know what big box store plant finds you are finding. And if you are a local out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I am based out in North Dallas, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel, but make sure you are actually subscribed, but also have the all notifications bell on, because I am doing lots of big box store plant shopping videos throughout the week. And who knows what we'll find, like this right here. Look at this super full Aglaonema red Siam. My heart will always be with Aglaonema red Siam. Let's go ahead and rescue this though. So you can see that this has got a catch pot and there's a lot of water. Sometimes I'll do that. I'm that silly person where I'm like, okay, this plant is actually drowning. Let's go ahead and let the water flush out. At least we know that this Aglaonema has been thoroughly watered. But if I actually had the funds, I wouldn't even mind buying this Aglaonema here. This is for $19.98. Super full Aglaonema red Siam. And you already know Plant Foldies. That is the mascot of my plant channel, Grow Folds YouTube channel, is the Aglaonema red Siam. I just think it's very much so an easy to care for plant, beginner friendly plant, and it is another plant that I feel like every single viewer, every single person that comes across my plant content should add in your plant collection. It is a stunner, it is beautiful, and I absolutely adore it. So as you can see right over here, Plant Foldies, I'm just going to walk around and show you all of the large foliage plants. Let me know in the comment section what you think, but today's video is definitely exciting. You definitely want to watch till the very end, because there was a huge plant find again, another rare plant find. I mean, I would say that Target definitely hit the bullseye by having Monstera Mint available, and so we're gonna see if Home Depot will actually match that today. I think he will. Home Depot has some amazing plants. I mean, you can see right over here, we've got Epipremnum aureum neon pothos. That is my favorite pothos. For only $19.98, you can get a lush full hanging basket. And that's the thing about going big box store plant shopping. I know some people have various opinions about whether you should go big box store plant shopping or you should only support local and small businesses. You already know, Plant Foldies, I am all about diversity and diversifying where you source your plants. So I would just say go where you feel like you are comfortable shopping. Don't let somebody dictate or make you feel a certain way. I do believe that we are entitled to have our own opinions, and also it is okay to not always agree with somebody's point of view, as long as we are respecting each other and we are open to open dialogue. So that is my social media etiquette and just life etiquette message for today. I'm kind of putting that into a lot of my plant content, just because I feel like, why not go ahead and utilize social media as a force for good, utilize it to where we can actually have positive messages that actually make us think a little bit more so you will hear me be a little bit more chatty. And I know some of you guys may have some strong opinions about me being very chatty. I know that I've been given feedback before where like, Richie, you are too talkative, too repetitive, etc., etc. Here is my message for you. That's okay if you feel that way, but I am definitely going to manage my social media and YouTube channel the way I feel like it is appropriate, and that is me being my most authentic self. So anyways, as you can see right here, Plant Foldies, this is the exciting part. I love Proven Winners Leafjoy plants. Let me repeat, I love Proven Winners Leafjoy plants. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with me, if you love Proven Winner Leafjoy plants. These are the Proven Winner Littles. This is the Proven Winner Leafjoy Littles. These ones are so valuable and cost effective. $5.98. You get a beautiful variegated Peperomia obtusifolia. This is, I think, sweet and sour. I do have to say Proven Winners has some really interesting plant names for their plants. I love it. I can be down with it as long as Proven Winners Leafjoy continues to make it out into Home Depots. And there are a lot of new releases coming out from Proven Winners, and you will see that later on in this video. As you can see right here, Photonia Jade. Look at how red and full these Photonias are. Here's the thing. I see Phoetonias often, all the time, whenever I go big box store shopping, whether it's Costa Farms plants or Proven Winners plants. I will say Proven Winners has a lot more hybrids in terms of their Phoetonias. The thing about it is, I love the plant, but it just requires so much watering and care that I just would like to admire it while I'm going big box store plant shopping. Now, as far as Proven Winner Leafjoy, again, $5.98. You can actually pause this video and look at the QR code. I love that Proven Winners actually has plant care tips available for you. This is another beautiful Hoya, and for those that absolutely love Hoya, this one is a Hoya teacup anemone. That is a beautiful one for only $5.98. And if you ask my opinion, you are definitely saving money shopping if you go through Proven Winners plants, because the Proven Winners Leafjoy Littles is definitely budget friendly and cost effective. And when you think about how much Hoyas can cost, they can be actually quite expensive. And that's the reason why, you know, Proven Winners actually makes it more accessible for the general public to get access to these plants. And then here is another beautiful Phoetonia hybrid right here. Absolutely love it. And you know, with Phoetonias, again, I really love the red veining. This one is Phoetonia Ruby Lime for $5.98. Hopefully you guys are also a fan of Proven Winners Littles and Proven Winners H2O bowls, which we will see. But let's go ahead and just continue to pick up these plants. Feel free to let me know in the comment section which ones you would buy. Do you own Proven Winners Leafjoy? And if you haven't already, let's support Proven Winners Leafjoy by following them also on Instagram and also their Facebook page. Let them know you are a plant foldie, because I really want all of these nurseries to feel our positive community presence. can see there are so many selections of Hoyas, Phoetonias, different types of Proven Winners littles. I hope you guys like just the selection I picked up. Now we're going to be looking at some of these Proven Winners H2O bowls, and I really like these. These are plants that are just growing hydroponically or straight in water. These are for $29.98. So you can see this one is a Dracaena Janet Craig Compacta. Beautiful, very easy to care for plant. It's got a compact growth, and look at how deep the green foliage is. This is another plant that can tolerate lower light conditions, can tolerate drought conditions, and you can see that it's growing in water. But take a look at this. Oh my goodness, Aglaonema, white Siam, or either white margin. This is my first time actually ever seeing this Aglaonema offered at a big box store like Home Depot. So kudos to Proven Winners. Again, Proven Winners Leafjoy H2O bowls, $29.98. I am so tempted to buy this. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if I should buy this, because this is an uncommon Aglaonema, and look at how extensive the roots are. I currently own 3 Aglaonema from Proven Winners, and it's because they have the H2O bowls. I absolutely love it. Proven Winners, continue to please release more Aglaonema in H2O bowls. This one is stunning, although I have been spending quite a bit of money as of late. So I'm going to just put it out there, plant foldies. And some people are like, Richie, stop begging for super stickers. I'm not begging for super stickers. I am just simply letting you guys know that if you want to go send a monetary tip to a YouTube content creator like myself, there is an option called the super sticker or super thanks. Truthfully, I utilize those monetary tips or the super stickers, super thanks, or even the gifted YouTube membership tiers to make this channel a little bit more sustainable in terms of just paying for my gas money, some of the time I really invest in making this content. So feel free to do that. You might even be able to fund a little bit of my plant addiction. So let me know if you would like to do that. Just press the $ on the further right hand corner of your screen, and that would be amazing. But you know, jokes aside, it is just really nice to see these kind of new releases, especially from Proven Winners Leafjoy. And then you can just see right over here, they even had a Hoya Matilde, which is an uncommon Hoya, for only $5.98, and that is a huge bargain. So, you know, again, ways to save money whenever you are going shopping, especially when you are shopping at a big box store like Home Depot. Definitely invest in downloading the Home Depot app. Just like I mentioned with Target, they have the Target Circle app, which saves you a lot of money. Most big box stores will have those digital coupons and savings, so definitely do that. But I am just really happy to see that Aglaonema white Siam or white margin. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if I should buy that, if I should come back to buy it. And now we're just going to go ahead and walk around and look at some more of these large foliage plants right over here. This is a Tomathophyllum, and this one can get some really large sizes as well. Depot to go big box store plant shopping because you can find some really good deals in terms of the plant pricing. So if you really like Hoyas, for instance, you can get a Hoya carnosa here for $19.98. This one is a nicely variegated one, and you know, with Hoyas, they do need bright indirect light. So I made the mistake of actually putting a Hoya where it got a little bit more sun than it necessarily needed, and so it ended up actually bleaching the leaves. Some people are into the I suppose sun stress look, but for me, I think just bright indirect light works best for Hoyas. And then you can see right here, this is an Epipremnum or what you call a golden pothos, $19.98. And what I really do like about pothos plants is that they are very consistent growers. You don't have to really worry about them as much. I will say if you let them dry out too long, they end up actually drooping and then they start getting leggy. So you do want to make sure that you don't let it dry out for too long, although they can tolerate some drought conditions. What I like about pothos plants, as I mentioned in a lot of my videos, is just the easy care. It is a beginner friendly plant. It is a classic plant, and as I pan away from here, you can just see how vastly full this particular Home Depot is, and I love that about this Home Depot. This one is for $12.98. This is an Alocasia California, and I do like the veining and the very round, robust leaves that this Alocasia has. The only problem I have with this Alocasia is, you guessed it, it is very much so spider mite prone. So if you are looking for a plant that is gonna be easy care, I wouldn't necessarily recommend growing Alocasias. And I know some people have told me that I'm just giving a little bit too much negativity toward Aglaonema, Alocasia, but actually it's just from my personal experience. So every time I give you my insights when it comes to plant care and just taking care of plants, just remember that it's not necessarily universal. Some people have a better way of growing certain plants than others, and for me, just Alocasia don't work well for me. $18.98. Look at this beautiful bromeliad. And I was actually watching another content creator by the name of Sean of Only Plants, and he's actually from Indonesia, and he did a feature of a Filipino hybridizer that grows I keep saying Aglaonema. You can tell that I am all about Aglaonema, but bromeliads, and I thought that was really interesting. I do like seeing that type of content as well. And you know, for the plant foldies that continue to tune into my videos, I am just thankful that you guys like watching big box or plant shopping videos. And for this week, I'm really going to focus on getting you a lot of new big box store content. But as I continue to pivot and get more plant content out there, I definitely want to feature some growers that hybridize plants. If you didn't get to see my Caleb's Tropicals Anthurium houseplant tour, definitely check that out. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and pan over some plant products. So I may not be an official affiliate of like Super Thrive or Miracle Grow fertilizer. I do also recommend these, however, because they are consistent for me in terms of just supplementing my plants with some additional nutrients. And then you can see they also have Vigoro fertilizer and of course Osmocote. Now I don't have any more Osmocote on hand, but what you can do is actually mix a little bit of Osmocote into your soil substrate, and it will consistently feed your plants with each watering, which I actually really like, because who doesn't like to give the best nutrients for your plants? And in Miracle Grow, and I know some people may not be into Miracle Grow, but for me, this one is only for $11.97. Very, very good price for fertilizer. And I also use the Garden Feeder by Miracle Grow. It's a really good fertilizer. It's handheld. I'm able to pretty much fertilize all of my plants on a daily basis, and it mixes the fertilizer. And so I still have quite a bit of warm weather out in North Dallas, so I'm just capitalizing each day I can possibly grow my plants outdoors, because I find that growing plants outdoors is so much easier than growing them indoors. Trust me, if anything, it's just because the watering doesn't require nearly as much as, say, other, you know, plants if you grow them indoors. So I really like that, and I also just love the fact that it's just easy. Just easy to take a hose and water the plants. And that's basically why I like growing these plants outdoors. So as you can see right here, we do have some more large foliage plants, and you can see that we have a ZZ plant, and then we also have some Aglaonema. Really like the look of that as well. And so we're gonna see what other Aglaonema we can get out of this one right here. This one is an Aglaonema Golden Bay, and this one is only for $29.98. Really love the look of this one, and you can see how variegated, or at least the coloration of it is. Really like that, and you can see the white stems it has as well. So I am a huge fan of it. And then you can just see right here, I placed it on a little podium so you can see what it looks like in terms of just the size of the plant. Beautiful Aglaonema Silver Bay, and Aglaonema Silver Bay for only $29.98. Look at how ginormous this plant is. That is a really good plant price. That's a really good value. And again, if you're looking for budget-friendly plant pricing, Home Depot is where it's at in terms of, say, Aglaonema. While Aglaonema Silver Bay is definitely a common plant, and it is a large plant, so if you don't have the space, I don't always say you should get it. But if you are looking for a statement piece plant that is low maintenance, house plant, easy care, that would make a perfect home decor centerpiece, I would definitely consider buying this. I actually would have bought this Aglaonema as well if I already didn't have like 3 Aglaonema Silver Bays. But that is, you know, the plight of somebody that is addicted to growing Aglaonema. And you know, it's one of those things where I just go off and on in terms of whether I should buy the Aglaonema, whether I shouldn't. So I would rather just have an Aglaonema addiction rather than to just chase after all of those rare variegated plants. I know that a lot of people were going crazy over the Monstera Mint, for instance, but it depends really on the plant pricing. And as you can see right here, we do have some more pothos plants, and my favorite type of pothos is the neon pothos. This one is for $19.98. It's a very healthy looking one. The more bright indirect light you give it, the better the neon coloration is going to remain, and it is a pretty vigorous grower. And that's the thing about these plants is, you know, vigorous growth is key. And for me, this is one that I definitely wouldn't want to just overlook. I would say if you're looking for a pothos plant, at least get the neon pothos, maybe a golden pothos, but the neon pothos would be my #1 choice. It's very easy to propagate. So as it starts to trail, you can take a cutting of a vine and take several 1 leaf, 1 node cuttings, put it in water. In about a week, you should be getting roots. So that's another way to grow your collection, is just through plant propagation. That is another way, as I've mentioned in a lot of my videos, is where you can actually save money because you can propagate and get free plants. Over here is a polka dot plant for $7.98, and we're just going to go ahead and pick up some more of these value priced plants at Home Depot, and then we're going to go back to looking at all of those Proven Winner Leafjoy plants. That's really the main intent of today's video, but of course I like to feature all of the you know, budget friendly plants. Like this one is for $7.98, another Hoya carnosa. Plants, but I do like that they have some healthy looking Venus flytraps. And then let's take a look at some of these succulents and cactus arrangements. So you've got this one right over here. I do like the planters that they are currently in, and I did want to pick up some of these low light succulents and cactus. So these are a bunch of fancy aloe vera plants, and supposedly these are low light, you know, tolerant. So this one is definitely an easy care one. And look at the aesthetic of this planter here. I love it. Even if it does have some of the texture, I do like the matte finish. I do like the fact that it's got a neutral color, and if you pick up this one right over here, we have another one as well, and I just love the look of it. It's easy to care for, low water use, great for low light environment. So I do like the series of this plant right here, and you know, I might even consider getting like a little shelf with several of these. You know, these smaller plant varieties, or at least in that size, it's really manageable, and that's another reason why I like to grow those particular plants, because it is easy to manage the care. So as far as these low light tolerant plants, let me know in the comment section what you think and whether you would actually buy it. And you can see right there, that is the plant price. This one is a really cool looking aloe vera. I don't know if you guys actually grow aloe vera, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and continue to pick up these plants. Again, in terms of just my houseplant big box store adventures, I would suppose some of the times I'm just going to give you a little bit of commentary, and sometimes I'm going to give you a lot of commentary. And right now I'm just going to go ahead and pick up these plants. Feel free to admire them. Let me know if you would buy them, and let's continue on with this big box or plant shopping video. Fabulous plants. Absolutely love the look of those low light tolerant succulents, and that just doesn't sound right to me, because when I think of succulent plants, I just think that they always need bright light. But alas, you're always learning something whenever you are going out and shopping for plants. Here we go again, and now we're going to be looking at some more Proven Winner Leafjoy plants. Let's see what kind of plant finds we will find. You can just see that they've got several of these H2O bowls, and then let's take a look at this. So we've got a beautiful philodendron birkin in a H2O bowl. This one is for $29.98, and I really love Proven Winners Leafjoy H2O bowls, $29.98. Now, if I had the budget, I would definitely buy more of these plants, because with them growing in water, you literally don't have to worry about having to water them, because they are pretty much self-watering. You just have to change the water. Now, if anybody has any plant products in terms of like plant nutrient solution, you can just like put a couple of drops in for something that's growing in water. Please let me know in the comments section, because I am trying to simplify the plant care in terms of getting some of my plants to grow hydroponically. That's something that I definitely want to delve into. And then you can even see right over here, we've got another beautiful Dracaena. And you know, with Dracaenas, you don't necessarily have to grow them in hydroponics, because they are so drought tolerant as well. And look at this. This is what I was talking about. So plant foldies, this is another rare plant find. And I only say rare because how often do you really see Anthurium hybrids at a big box store? I repeat, Anthurium hybrids at a big box store for $29.98. Look at those roots. They look super healthy. And look at this Anthurium for $29.98. Proven Winners Leafjoy H2O bowls that feature these gorgeous Anthuriums. And if you look closely, and we're going to look at some of the other ones, it looks like they are even variegated. So a variegated Anthurium hybrid plant find at a big box store called Home Depot. So I am now torn between buying an Anthurium versus an Aglaonema. But I mean, look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. And I will tell you, the reason why I am even considering growing Anthuriums is because I visited my friend Caleb of Caleb's Tropicals, and he really taught me a lot about plants. And I really think that is the reason why certain people get into plants, is because when there is a little bit more knowledge, when you understand the plant, when you can appreciate the aesthetics of the plant, and just the care that's put into it, you're more than likely going to be interested in the plant. It's kind of like us in Aglaonemas, or at least for the plant foldies that have been following my YouTube channel for a while. But yes, look at these Anthuriums. If you were at this Home Depot right now, would you think that $29.98 is a good asking price? Feel free to leave in the comments section below. I do want to know your input as I continue to pick up some of these plants that are still growing in H2O bowls by Proven Winners Leafjoy. And shout out to Proven Winners. I love your plants. And if you ever get into my plant shopping videos or ever see it, just know that my community, the plant foldie community, I really appreciate you making these plants accessible. I mean, look at this. Look at this Anthurium. Now, for those that are a little bit more into Anthuriums, let me know what you think this cross is for this Anthurium. But you'll notice that every single one is different. And you know, as far as Anthuriums, just like I learned from Caleb of Caleb's Tropicals, if you haven't watched his YouTube houseplant tour, it is on my channel. It will actually pop up as an end screen video at the very end of the screen. You can click on that, but definitely watch it and you will understand why, or at least for me, I understand why people love Anthuriums. Now, this is another beautiful Dracaena. This is some type of tricolored Dracaena growing hydroponically, but I mean, look at that Anthurium on the left. Like, I cannot stop being excited about the Anthuriums. And call me silly, call me crazy, call me a little bit overzealous when it comes to the plants, but truthfully, I do understand why houseplants such as Anthurium hybrids are the rage. They are super beautiful. I do like the satin matte finishes that they have. They have a nice metallic look, and this one right here, look at that. What do you think in the comments section about this one? And it looks like it is a little bit variegated. So yeah, I am torn between two lovers. Which one should I buy? The Aglaonema white margin, or should I buy this gorgeous Aglaonema? Look at, you can see a little bit more variegation. My hope is if I show this video and maybe some local plant foldies, those that live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, may come and visit and buy up these Anthuriums. It would be very sad to see these Anthuriums go to waste because they are a good size. I would say these are really good size for $29.98. Let me know in the comment section if you think that is, because I absolutely think that that is such a good price. And I hope that you guys would actually consider growing these in your space. So for those that live out in the Dallas-Fort Worth market, go ahead and go to the Home Depot off of White Rock Lake in Garland, Texas. It is off of Garland Road, and you will see this Home Depot. Maybe somebody will see it and buy it, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just buy this Anthurium. I know I want to hashtag popularize Aglaonema, and I know that by buying another Anthurium, I'm probably feeding onto the Anthurium craze, but it's such a good price. And I will say for, you know, Proven Winners Leafjoy series, Proven Winners plants, they are fabulous in the fact that they are releasing plants that not a lot of plant nurseries are releasing in big box stores. And, you know, my advice is for any major nursery that is going to be competitive or grow plants to sell at a big box store, find a plant that hasn't necessarily been acquired or readily available and go ahead and release it for the general public. I think that by creating your own trends, aka releasing so many different Aglaonema hybrids, hence also Anthurium hybrids, that you would actually get more sales that way. But yeah, so let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, what you think about this particular plant right there. And obviously we have some Dracaenas right over here. They're gorgeous as well. of these plants readily available for the general public because Proven Winners Leafjoy plants are definitely budget friendly. I definitely think that we should, pretty much patronize these beautiful plants. Now, let me know in the comment section if you agree, but for me, it's definitely a win to be able to find these plants readily available and accessible. So that's just my opinion. And I think for more Proven Winners discoveries, I think that that's something that we need to be looking out for. So I'm curious if anybody else has found any more cool budget-friendly plants such as Proven Winner Leafjoy plants at their Home Depot. We just found another gorgeous one right over here. This is another gorgeous Aglaonema, and I don't know, plant foldies, I am really torn about whether I should buy this Aglaonema white margin or should I buy the Anthurium hybrid as a Proven Winners Leafjoy H2O bowl. This one is stunning, and this would be another Aglaonema that is new to my collection in terms of just growing hydroponically. I know that I feel like I'm betraying Aglaonema slightly because I am not choosing this one, but I really do think that buying the Anthurium is going to be a better, pick for me. And you can see there are two Aglaonema white margins for $29.98. Let me know in the comment section again, plant foldies, which one you would choose. Would you buy the Aglaonema or the Anthurium? Needless to say, this goes to show that Proven Winners Leafjoy plants are house plants that are great to add in your plant collection. They are budget friendly, they are low maintenance, and they're very much so stylistic. So when you think about an aesthetic behind Proven Winners Leafjoy plants, it definitely fits the modern look. But in terms of even just how you grow them, the fact that they're growing them hydroponically or in straight water, that is a really unique way of presenting your plants. I don't know, let me know in the comment section. Again, I'm just very curious, but this is very much so a beautiful Aglaonema. I love the deep green with the white border around it. And we're gonna go ahead and compare this. Look at the roots too. They're extensive and super healthy. I just wish I had more money to just spend on plants. But when you think about it, if you're spending, an average of $30 to $60 on plants, and you think about that even on a weekly basis, it really does add up. And this is the reason why, full transparency, plant foldies, I am working super hard to make some passive income through my big box store plant shopping videos. And again, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in and even just watching, because I am able to earn a little bit of passive income whenever you guys complete a full episode. So thank you for that. But you can see right here, the Anthurium on the right or the Aglaonema on the left. Please leave a comment. I'd like to see an open vote on which one you would buy. But I mean, how do you pass up the Anthurium? And then how do you pass up the Aglaonema? My heart is torn. I wish I could buy both, but alas, I don't really have the budget for it, but I just feel like I am missing out if I don't take the Anthurium. I don't know. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and get the Anthurium, and I hope I don't upset any of the plant foldies for making that decision, but I am just gonna set this down right here, and I may come back to buy it, just find out at the very end which plants I buy, and I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to pick up some more of these Proven Winners Leafjoy littles. These ones are also for only $5.98. Here we are again looking at some gorgeous plants. So we're looking at these Proven Winner Leafjoy terrariums, and this one is open. These were normally, I think, $79.98. They are down to $49.98. So they are on sale. And what do you think of the lighting of all of these Proven Winner Leafjoy plants? This is the reason why I like shopping at these types of Home Depot or big box stores with the high open ceilings. You get some really nice natural light. So we're gonna go ahead again and keep picking up some of these Proven Winner Leafjoy plants. This is again for $5.98. And then for those that have made it this far into the video and you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up or press the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. I would really appreciate the support. And as you can see right here, this plant does need a little bit more hype and support. This is just the blooming Anthurium. So you know how I was going crazy over those Anthurium hybrids, the velvet textured leaves. These ones are the common ones you would find. And then we're just gonna spin around here again and look at Ficus benjamina. So these are all Proven Winner Leafjoy plants. Again, we've got the Ficus benjamina. This one is a variegated form. I like this, and I might actually end up creating another bonsai using that. So stay tuned for that. I'm actually gonna show you just a little clip of me and my affiliation with the Bonsai Supply. Plant foldies, I am super excited to finally show you my unboxing of the bonsai supplies that I received a generous amount from the Bonsai Supply store. This is a company that is based out in Houston, Texas. I have been using the Bonsai Supply soil for many years now. I used to buy it off of Amazon, but you can actually buy this directly from the bonsaisupply.com. And you can see right here, this is their all-purpose, fast-draining soil that you can utilize for your bonsai. And for those that don't know, the bonsai is the art of growing beautiful miniature trees, and it is one that takes so much dedication. It is definitely creating living works of art. And in order to make living works of art, you really have to have premium soil and supplies. And I am just super excited that the Bonsai Supply company sent me this package of all of the supplies that I have used for many years. So you can see right here, I am struggling to unbox this. This is the organic, slow release, all-purpose fertilizer that is also made and sourced out in the United States. So all of their supplies in terms of just the soils and their fertilizers are sourced out and created in the United States. You can see right here, it is a gentle organic fertilizer, and it it is all purpose, so you can utilize it for a lot of your plants. Here's the thing about the Bonsai Supply soil. It is definitely a complete soil. It is one that you can utilize as well for your succulents and cactus. So if you don't necessarily grow bonsai, you can actually utilize their soils because it is fast draining. So it's really good for even your succulents, your cactus, and your sansevieria, any type of plant that just needs fast draining soil. You can see that the Bonsai Supply has also sent me different types of wire gauges, as well as their other fertilizer right over here. You can see that this one is the non-organic fertilizer. So you have different choices, and all of these products you can find on the bonsaisupply.com or bonsaisupply.com. I do have an affiliate link for that. That is going to be in all of my descriptions for my YouTube videos. And I'm just really excited to be able to finally show you all of the amazing products that I received from Bonsai Supply. You can see right over here, this one is the black lava rock. So you can utilize these types of soils to amend your soil. So say you need to make your all-purpose soil a little bit more fast draining, you can utilize a lot of these soil amendments for it. So you can see that I've got 3 different types of soils. I am going to be using the all-purpose mixture that they already have on the very left, and I am so thankful that they even sent me other supplies such as this potting mat and Just Know plant foldies that I will utilize in another video, a demonstration of using all of their supplies. So I just wanted to show you guys what types of supplies I got from Bonsai Supply. Super excited that I met the owners when I was actually at PlantCon Houston 2025, and I'm just so thankful and honored that they chose me to be one of their affiliates to actually promote and share their products. I mean, you can see right here, we've got some stainless steel scissors, and what I like about the Bonsai Supply supplies that I've received in the past couple of years, aside from just getting this really generous package, is the fact that these soils do work. You can utilize it for a lot of your plants. You don't really have to worry about root rot. It's just fast draining, and I love the fact that all of the ingredients that they use is sourced from the United States. This is made in the USA, and we definitely want to support American products. This is an American company, and I just love the fact that the owners and the company really trusted me to show you all of these soils. So if you are interested in utilizing Bonsai Supply soils, please utilize my promo code for 10% off any of the supplies on your orders. Just use the promo code GROWFOLDS. It's just one word when you check out, and you will receive 10% off your entire order for these supplies. These are high quality supplies. This is some of the best bonsai supplies you can utilize, and this is just great products to use for a lot of your plants in general. So I urge everybody to follow the Bonsai Supply on Instagram and shop today. And special thanks to the Bonsai Supply again for just trusting me with their products and just really trying to promote them. I've been using their products for several years now for my bonsai creations, which I will eventually share again on my YouTube channel. But as we continue on this big box store plant shopping video, hopefully you guys are finding this relaxing looking at these gorgeous plants. You can see right here, this is the Syngonium milk confetti, also known as champagne rain, according to Proven Winners Leafjoy Littles. This one again is only for $5.98, and I really like the Syngoniums that Proven Winners is releasing. This one is Cupid's Quiver. Look at how beautiful that is as well. I love the deep pink tone it has. And if you're into pink plants, this Syngonium is for you, and it is really a good price for only $5.98. And that's what makes, Proven Winners Leafjoy plants, accessible, fun. You would want to start your collection that way. And I would even recommend buying the Proven Winners Leafjoy Littles because they come in 3.5-inch planters, and you are able to get them at a really good cost-effective plant price. And then as I pin around here, you can see that we've got a Philadelphia philodendron bellitier. This one is for $19.98. Beautiful philodendron. I love the white stems and petioles, and I love the narrow shaped leaves. I would love to get a variegated version of a bellitier, but alas, it is still a little bit pricey. And you know, when it comes down to all of these plants right here, we want to see if you can actually find them at a lower cost, or at least that's what I'm trying to do with my plant collection. We'll see how that all pans out, but for now I am just happy that we have different philodendrons and different types of houseplants that are accessible to the general public. It is all about trying to get more of these plants readily available for us. So we'll see. It depends on where you find these plants. Sometimes you can find them at a really good cost. Sometimes you can even get them at a better cost if they are on sale. I've seen, like, for instance, this philodendron ring of fire. It's normally $19.98, but I've even seen it where I walk into a Home Depot and they have these plants on sale for like 50% off. So if you ever have time and you want to relax, you don't necessarily have to buy plants, but I would even recommend just shopping around and checking out these big box stores like Home Depot. I know that, you know, I utilize a lot of my big box or plant shopping videos as almost like a daily routine where I practice mindfulness. Yes, I am going over and doing a voiceover, but when I'm actually filming the plant, I'm just kind of focusing. I'm just picking up plants. I don't really have an intentional like cinematography. I just kind of take you alongside with me from my point of view as if you were walking around picking up plants as well. So with that being said, we're just going to continue to explore all of these Proven Winner Leafjoy plants. This one is a philodendron squamiferum. I really love the fuzzy petioles, and this one again is only for $29.98. Super lush and full, and it looks like it's already getting some mature leaves. This particular philodendron definitely needs a moss pole or totem pole for it to grow. And then you can see right here, this is a philodendron atapoense. This is another philodendron I really like. It is a very slow growing philodendron, but look at the narrow leaves. I think this is stunning, and I love the undersides of it being purple as well. many Proven Winner Leafjoy plants at this particular Home Depot, but I did want to talk a little bit about home decor options. And so I think planters definitely elevate the look of your plant. It definitely changes the aesthetic or mood of your plant. For me, terracotta planters, I mean, take a look at this one. This one has a scratch bevel on it. And then we also have more options to pick from. But as I look around here, show you some of these Proven Winner plants. We've got different types of terrariums, different types of plants that you may not always see at a big box store, but when Proven Winners Leafjoy actually releases plants, they have so many varieties to pick from. I love the fact that they are healthy, and I did not expect this. This just makes it even tough for me to buy the Anthurium, because look at this. This is another Aglonema variety, and you can see that it is also growing hydroponically. Look at this. So this looks different because it's got a narrow leaf that's splashy. So it almost looks like the Aglonema Moonlight Bay, but the Moonlight Bay has a larger leaf. It's wider. This one is a more narrow form, and I don't know, plant foldies, this makes it really hard for me because I love Aglonema. You already know, plant foldies, that I love Aglonema. I want to collect every single variety of Aglonema, but for today, and I think it's because I did that houseplant tour with my friend Caleb of Caleb's Tropicals, I do have a love for Anthuriums. It doesn't mean that I'm going to replace Aglonemas, but this just makes it a lot tougher for me in terms of just, should I add more Aglonema to my plant collection? I am now thinking I probably should have bought this Aglonema because it's definitely unique, and the green varieties are so much easier to manage versus the colorful varieties. One thing I will say about Aglonemas is sometimes their stems can develop rot to where it just rots at the base, and so you really don't want to overwater your Aglonema, but at the same time you don't want to underwater them for a long time because they can get dry rot. But yeah, that is another Aglonema. I don't know the plant ID. I hope that Proven Winners can actually provide all of the different varieties of H2O bowl Aglonemas, because this one is definitely a stunning piece, one that I wish I could have afforded. $29.98. So again, plant foldies, what are you waiting for? If you guys want to drop a super sticker or a super thanks, it definitely would fund this. And I mean, look at the roots. It is amazing. I guess I just need to hustle and bustle, because it looks like there might be two different types of Aglonema in this bowl. There might be that one that has a splashy leaves, and then an Aglonema stripes. Let me know again in the comment section, plant foldies, if you would buy this one. I was surprised to find two different varieties of Aglonema from Proven Winners Leafjoy. So let's just admire this. For those that are wondering, the track that was just playing with the piano is called Nutrients by my friend Jordan. Again, my friend Jordan is actually having a little bit of trouble with his dog that desperately needs surgery. So again, if you are willing to support him, he does have a GoFundMe. Just check my Instagram page for the link for that. But anyways, plant foldies, look at how beautiful these Proven Winner Leafjoy plants are. I mean, this is another Home Depot that is super lush and full, and you can even just see the different types of philodendron they have. That's a philodendron Florida bronze. Love that as well. That is one philodendron that definitely needs bright indirect light for it to really maintain that brownish chocolate tone. Beautiful plant. And then we also have another philodendron, Pluto, right next to it, the serrated philodendron. But as you guys can see, I'm just going to spin around here and show you a little bit more of the plants that they have available by Proven Winners Leafjoy. It has been an amazing big box or plant shopping video video today, or at least I've had a lot of fun just walking around and picking up the plants. I am really partial to Proven Winners Leafjoy because they do offer different types of plants, like this $5.98. Now I know this is an uncommon Hoya. It's got a really nice silver tone around it. I don't know the plant ID for it, but $5.98. I would dub Proven Winners Leafjoy series as having the most diverse selection of Hoyas. So continue to push out Hoyas, continue to push out some Aglaonemas, and I am in love with the Anthuriums that they've been pushing out. Now this one right here, I've already tried to grow this plant. I really can't say the plant ID. Even growing it outdoors, it just didn't do well for me, and so I'm not sure how to grow this plant. So it's a very challenging plant. It's a plant that is beautiful, but it's one that I don't think I could grow again in my plant collection. It was really beautiful. It was called a Silver Induk by Costa Farms, Trending Tropicals plant. And then as I wrap up this video, I'm just going to show you a couple more of these Proven Winner plants. We've got so many different varieties. We've got Alocasia, we've got Ficus benjamina, we've got ficus plants, Aglaonema, philodendron, all of these plants that we could always add into our spaces. And if you haven't already, definitely check out the Proven Winners website to see more of the types of plants that they have. They have different types of collections depending on, say, the lighting conditions, the humidity levels of your space, to where you can actually curate your plant collection based on the collection that they have created for you. This one is a Ficus elastica burgundy, ruby. That's a beautiful one. And yeah, plant foldies. What did you guys think of today's big box or plant shopping video? Are you guys excited? Because in 2 weeks, PlantCon 2025 in Dallas, Texas will be happening. I will be actually attending that and getting you guys hours and hours of coverage. And, you know, as far as big box store videos this week, I am going to have a couple of brand new ones. So stay tuned for that. And right after this video, please make sure you are going to Instagram at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time after this video premiere. Definitely go to Instagram, my Instagram, because I will be doing a live selling event for PlantCon 2025 Art Garden Flowers plants. That is my friend Riki's nursery out in Indonesia. You are able to get these plants free shipping to PlantCon for pickup, or you can get it shipped directly to your doorstep. So go to Instagram right after this live premiere. It starts at 8:30 p.m. and consider joining my YouTube membership tier as well. My name is Richie at Growfolds. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel with all the notification bell on. Click on the videos that are popping up on the screen. I'll see you on the next one. Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Growfolds, and today we'll be big box store plant shopping at Target off of Southwest McKinney. As always, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up and like button for this video, as well as give me a follow on my Instagram account at Growfolds if you have any questions about the plants I'm featuring. But today's video is a special video just because I haven't gone to Target in a while, and Target is actually celebrating Target Circle Week. So if you are a shopper of Target, they have some amazing sales going on this week. And if you don't have it already, make sure you are downloading the Target app to get your Target Circle rewards. But as you can see right here, plant foldies, Target, new and only at Target. We've got some of these good little garden series. I believe this might be repackaged as either Live Trends Design plant or Urban Jungle plants. Needless to say, it's still a beautiful selection of seasonally relevant planters. And you can see right here, we've got some pumpkin planters right over here with some Sansevieria. And you already know snake plants, Sansevierias are easy to care for plants. These are plants that are definitely great to make as home decor. Target style, Target home decor is really top notch. If you're looking for something really modern or even boho style, Target has you covered. And now that Target has actually started to carry a lot more indoor tropical plants, I did want to go ahead and go to my favorite Target store to go big box store plant shopping at Target for houseplants. So you can see right over here, we've got some different types of Sansevieria. These are all low maintenance plants. So if you're looking for something that is low maintenance, budget friendly, cost effective, go ahead and go shopping at Target for these houseplants. Not only does it merge Target style, home decor, interior design, but it also feeds into our plant love. So if you're into collecting houseplants of that nature, then you definitely need to see if your local Target store has these planters. But as you can see right here, this one is in Southwest McKinney, Texas. It is right next to Highway 121. So if you are ever in the North Dallas area, which is where I'm based at, you definitely need to go ahead and spend all your money at Target. Again, this is the week to go shopping at Target and get your Target finds, because it is Target Circle Week. But as you can see right here, I'm just picking up many different types of these pumpkin planters. Super cute, and I really love the fact that they have some easy care plants. They've utilized the Sansevieria or snake plant. It's under Good Little Garden by Target. So if you're looking for these beautiful house plants that have very stylistic aesthetics, then you definitely want to check this out. But later on in this video, and this is a two-part series, not only are we going to be visiting Target, but we're also going to be going to a Home Depot out off of McKinney, Texas as well. So it's going to be two different big box stores, and we're going to see what kind of plants we're going to be finding as the fall season starts. It is the first week of October, so we're going to see what kind of plants we're going to see. But in terms of the house plants we're going to be exploring today, I'm going to be showing you many different options of house plants, and we're going to see which ones I would suggest in terms of buying and actually the plant care tips. So for instance, Sansevieria, what I would do is just make sure that you put this in a bright indirect light. Although these snake plants are low light tolerant and drought tolerant, I wouldn't necessarily let them stay dry for too long. I would say water them as soon as the soil is completely dry and you should be good. And then you can see right here, this is Live Trends Design Planters. This one is a pumpkin planter with an air plant, and you can see it's got a beautiful glaze, and you can see this one is only for $10. You've got a beautiful air plant here. So if you want something that is living but is also functional in terms of a decor or home decor, this is a beautiful seasonally relevant Halloween type decor. And you can see right here we've got another pumpkin one. This is super cute. Now with these types of air plants, you want to make sure that you are just dunking it in water and then pulling it out once it's soaked, let it dry, and that's literally how you water your air plants. You want to keep them more so on the drier side, but other than that, they will grow for you. They're a little bit slower growing, but I mean, I think it's super cool that you don't have to use any types of soil substrates to grow air plants. They literally rely on the moisture of the air, and more so just dunking them in water. But as you can see right here, this is a beautiful home decor that you can put into your holiday season decor. So for $10, you're getting a beautiful air plant with a pumpkin as well. As we pan around here, you can see that these are some magnetic pumpkin planters. These also have some air plants right here. And again, this is by Live Trends Design, although I think it is under the guise of the Target brand as well. Either way, these I believe are only for $10. So if you want a little cute refrigerator magnet or some type of magnet that you can place on a space that has a pumpkin, then you can utilize this right here. It's Good Little Garden by Target. So if you're looking for houseplants at Target, who would have known that Target would actually carry some houseplants? They have definitely upped their game in terms of just big box stores, because whenever you think about like a big box store competitor such as Walmart, Lowe's, and Home Depot, those are really the three big box stores, at least in the United States, where you are looking for indoor tropical plants. But whenever Target gets involved in these types of plants, you can see that not only do they merge quality, value, and price, they also include style. And as far as Target style, I think it's amazing, and they have so many beautiful plants. Like right here, this is another beautiful philodendron Pink Princess Marble Galaxy. This one is for $20. It is under the which houseplant you like, and you can see, look at the beautiful pink variegation. The marbling is just fantabulous, and I love the pastel pink planter. I also like the fact that the planter is got a smooth surface but has a matte finish. So whenever you're thinking about like planters that are a little bit more modern looking, that's really the aesthetics I like. I know that some of us like more texture, some of us like really quirky planters, but for me, I really like the modern look of the planter. Like this one right here, it's just a nice pink planter. Again, this is for $20. Now this one is another type of Alocasia. I think it might be an Alocasia Milo. Somebody in the comment section, let me know what you guys think about this, if this is the actual plant ID for this Alocasia. And for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome, my name is Richie and I do daily 1-hour plant shopping videos. Today's episode is a special one because we are going to be finding something super exciting in terms of the first time I've ever seen this at a big box store, especially with Target leading the way in terms of introducing this particular houseplant in the market. So stay tuned till the latter part of this video, and obviously we are going to be visiting the Home Depot out in McKinney as well. It is right off of Custer Road. So lots of plants to take a look at, but as you can see right here, we are just taking a gander of these beautiful pink princess. You'll notice that there are different types of pink princess variegation. With pink princess or philodendron pink princess, you really want to find one that has really good variegation if that is what you're seeking, because the initial genetics of a philodendron pink princess is really what dictates the variegation. So if you find one that has less pink variegation, most likely, even if you were to flood it with lots of bright indirect light, it may not necessarily push out that variegation. So you can see that one right there wasn't as variegated as this one. And this is another strand of philodendron pink princess. This is more of the marble galaxy version. And if you are a sucker for pink plants like me, then you definitely need this beautiful philodendron pink princess galaxy for only $20 at Target. Let me know in the comment section if you actually have the Target app, if you are a Target Circle member, what type of Target plant finds you are finding. I would really like that engagement from the plant foldies today. And you already know I like to mix up the different types of big box stores I go to feature, just because again, you know, diversifying where you buy your plants, where you get your sources of plants is a really good thing. So whether you like to support local and small businesses, or better yet, just going to a big box store like Target, you never know what you're going to run into. And I am just loving this particular Alocasia. When you touch the actual leaves of this Alocasia, it's really got a strong leathery feel about it. It seems like it'd be a sturdy plant, but with all Alocasia, they are a little bit more spider mite prone. So just make sure that you're using pest preventatives to ensure you don't have plant pest. And then again, we're just picking up another beautiful philodendron pink princess marble. So today's video again is super exciting. I hope you guys will tune in to the very end of this location so you can see what plant finds we are going to discover at this Target. And you can see right here, $20, good little garden by Target, and you'll see a plethora of different types of philodendron. We've just got a big philodendron right here, just a green one, not 100% sure what the plant ID is. And then we have $20 for this jumbo philodendron ring of fire. We've also got a ficus elastica right here. This one is ficus elastica burgundy, and that one is going to require quite a bit of bright indirect light, or you can grow that outdoors in full sun like I do, and it will actually size up pretty quickly. And then look at this beautiful philodendron, some type of green version, and we're just keep walking around and picking up some plants. Again, Live Trends design is definitely fitting the Target style or Target niche, because it really does blend style, beauty, elegance, innovation, and I really love the Illuminate series, where basically these plants are growing hydroponically. They're growing in straight water, but the base of the actual container lights up so you can see the roots illuminate. Really like that. This is some type of ginger plant that they've been releasing, and then we have a bunch of these beautiful Dracaena tornadoes. So well, let's go ahead and pick up some more of these Illuminate plants. I am curious to see if anybody else grows their plants hydroponically or straight in water. That is a very trendy, stylistic approach. Definitely very minimalistic in terms of the care, because you don't have to water the plants. You just need to make sure that you are utilizing nutrient solution to make sure that the actual plant growing in hydroponics is growing with some nutrients. And then you can see right here another Dracaena. This is White Jewel, and then this is another Illuminate by Live Trends Design plant. So Live Trends Design, I would assume, takes up the majority of the houseplants that are featured at Target, because it does really fit the niche. So you can see right here, this is another self-watering planter featuring a beautiful fern. I actually like the texture of this particular fern, although I'm not a big fan of ferns. This is in self-watering, which makes it a lot easier for you to maintain water levels. And then you can see right here a juvenile form of a Monstera deliciosa in another Live Trends Design self-watering planter. I kind of wish that they didn't utilize the shiny glaze. I prefer matte finishes, but that really just depends on somebody's aesthetic. I really like matte finishes, really stoneware type planters, things of that nature. And let's take a look at this propagation station. This is an Aglaonema Maria growing in a water situation. This is hydroponically. This is by Live Trends Design, and you already know, plant foldies, I love Aglaonemas. We need to hashtag popularize Aglaonemas. So definitely use the hashtag popularize Aglaonemas if you post anything on social media. Really glad to see that they have an Aglaonema Maria. This is the greener variety of Aglaonemas. For those that don't know, I absolutely love Aglaonemas. I am addicted to Aglaonemas. I have a campaign to get more people excited about this often overlooked houseplant. And I mean, look at that. It has a beautiful texture to the leaves. If you leaf shine it, it's got a nice satin finish. And this one just growing in straight water is going to make your plant care so much easier. So glad to see that Live Trends has Aglaonemas growing hydroponically, and you can see that the roots are super, super healthy. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if you are a fan of Aglaonema, because I also have some more exciting news to talk about as I put this Aglaonema down. We actually have an Aglaonema book, Indonesia's Living Jewel. So for those that don't know, I have been collaborating with my friend Harry, who is on Instagram as Indo Miami Plants. He works for Art Garden Flowers, a major nursery out in Indonesia that is able to ship plants from Indonesia to your doorstep, whether it is different types of aeroids. And right now we are actually getting ready to release one of the first English language books featuring Aglaonema hybrids from Indonesia. So this is a beautiful book, and we're hoping to have this available at PlantCon 2025 in Dallas, Texas, which will be happening October 18th and 19th. Definitely get your tickets to PlantCon. This should be available to be purchased at Art Garden Flowers booth. I will definitely be there to promote this. And then you can see right over here, look at all of the beautiful photos of the different types of Aglaonemas from Indonesia. And here's the thing. In this book, there is a QR code that gives you the direct link to actually order and buy these Aglaonemas. And again, you don't necessarily have to have an import license to get these Aglaonema shipped to you, because there is a broker that Art Garden Flowers uses to actually make sure that these plants are imported, and then they're able to ship it directly to your doorstep. So if you are interested in this book, please leave a comment in the comment section below so we can get a tally of how many people would love to order or buy this work. And if you really want to see my face, I actually do a face reveal, because there is a couple of pages featuring my journey with Aglaonema and plants, and my Lola Belen, or my grandmother Belen, will also be in the book as well. So I am super excited. I am honored to be part of this collaboration, and more news to it. But I did want to show you guys how beautiful this book is. Kudos to the Art Garden Flowers team, to Harry and to Mr. Benz of Aglomart 88. That is a nursery in Indonesia, a legendary nursery that has a lot of that. And if you want to actually pause this video and use that screen, actual QR code, you can actually see the pricing and all of that information. But hopefully you will stay excited. And again, congratulations to Harry for finally getting this book published. I am so excited to share that with all of our plant foldy community. So that is something that I am so proud of. And you know, whenever I do these big box or plant shopping videos, I just think of how much this YouTube channel has really grown, how positive this community has been, and it is really exciting to see that our community continues to only have good vibes only. I appreciate every single plant foldie that joins, and I am just happy to share that that part of my journey with plants. I like to utilize this platform, this social media platform, as something that creates a positive community, and we're able to promote and uplift each other. So again, you know, as far as Target, I know that they have so many beautiful houseplants, and I can't believe that they've really capitalized on the stylistic and aesthetics of Live Trends Design. Really like that. And again, with Target Circle Week happening this week, it's kind of like in conjunction to Amazon Prime Week. You will get so many savings at Target, up to 40% off on a lot of the actual products that they have. I know that they have what they call deal of the day. Now, I wish Target would actually have deal of the day in terms of these houseplants, because if they were 40% off, I would definitely use my Target Circle app and use that to get the savings and actually maximize on it. But alas, I am still happy to be just picking up these plants here. So what I'm going to do is just walk around and show you what plants they have available. If you made it this far into the video, plant foldies, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And if you are a Target shopper, use the hashtag Target find Target style in the comments section. Therefore, the algorithm on YouTube will actually push this out to more Target lovers or anybody that just wants to actually shop and get these beautiful plants. Because I mean, take a look at this, a Live Trends Design planter, Sansevieria, and this is another beginner friendly house plant, and they actually carry that at Target. This particular Target has really good merchandising and organization. You can see that they've sold through a lot of these plants, but what I love about the fixtures and merchandising at Target is they really do have a very intentional way of presenting their product, as well as the service that they give their customers. So I always say, if you're looking for something a little bit different, if you're looking for something that is a little bit more stylistic, and you know, some people will say that Target is expensive, but if you have the Target app, and like I said, again, with all big box stores, if you download the app, these are free apps. You can save a lot of money in terms of digital coupons. They have what they call the Target Circle deals. And you can see right here, there are two different types of Marantha. I picked up the red Marantha. This one is the green Marantha. These are all for $15. These are by Good Little Garden, although I feel like these are packaged under Urban Jungle Planters, because you can see the UB insignia on those terracotta planters. And then you can see right here, look at that. This is my plant aesthetic. I just love very like simple shapes, matte finishes, and the terracotta color. I just love it. ZZ plant is so easy. And so, you know, you can actually go to Target and get so many of these plants and really style a beautiful room. You can really add a lot of greenery into your interior space. You know, if you're into interior design or just upgrading your home's value in terms of just the aesthetics of it, definitely consider utilizing houseplants as home decor. I would really like to know how you guys stylize your interior spaces, because what's exciting is as I continue to create YouTube content, plant content for our plant foldy community, I have been getting a lot of inspiration, especially watching some of my old school YouTubers such as Benji plants. If you love Benji plants, please make sure you are leaving a lot of love and support for Benji in the comment section below. But if you haven't ever heard of Benji plants, which I would really be surprised if you didn't, but he started out utilizing houseplant care and his plant collection, and then he slowly but surely pivoted to more like interior design, that sort of like artistic approach to his content, as well as lifestyle blogs. So that's something that I will eventually get into. I will probably plan more so for that next year when things are a little bit more settled, just because things right now are super hectic for me with my career. Things get really just busy over the holiday season, and so I'm always working nonstop. And you know, for those that have been patient, for those that actually tune into my content, really appreciate it. And for those that even like hashtag team replay my videos, I appreciate that. But as you can see right here, the houseplants today are a little bit light, but that does not deter me from really showing the beautiful plants that Target has to offer. I could pretty much buy every single terracotta planter here. You can see that is a very lightly variegated philodendron Birkin, and take a look at this beautiful Sansevieria as well. Let me know in the comment section what your favorites are, if you actually bought any plants from Target, if you're surprised to see all of this beautiful houseplant featuring Target style. I would really love to know your thoughts. And I mean, look at this simple terracotta planter, and this one is only for $15. Wow, this is a philodendron Moonlight, and you already know I love my neon colored plants. This is a really good deal in terms of low value, priced right types of houseplants. This one is a win for Target. I mean, I hope somebody ends up buying that, because that is a beautiful plant, and you can't go wrong when you buy Pothos plants or Epipremnum aureum. This is the classic houseplant that everybody, even if you have like rare variegated plants, you know, an extensive Anthurium collection, you know, those trending type plants, there is always room for a Pothos plant. And I love the fact that they have 2 jade Pothos right there, and then we have some more of these Peperomia obtusa foliage, just a green variety. So every single plant that is on this table right here is only $15. That is such a great price, and that's why you need to be shopping at Target. You need to be shopping at Target, especially this week, because it is Target Circle Week, where you are going to get so much value, and you're just going to be saving a lot of money shopping at Target, especially this week. And if they are getting more of these plants, and you'll see at the very end, you definitely want to check out your local Target for these plants, because they're offering easy care plants, value friendly plants, beginner friendly plants, and most importantly, home decor style for your planters. So definitely check that out. And you can see right here, we do have a bird's nest fern. does Target offer beautiful stylistic houseplants, perfect for home decor. They also have plant accessories. So they've got a a moss pole right over here. Good little garden series right here. So if you're looking for a moss pole, they already have it available at Target. I believe this one is for $15. So if you have plants that need to climb up, like a Monstera, for instance, that you can utilize that. And let's see what else they have here. So they have some more of these Pachira aquatica or Live Trends design planters. This one right here has a boho type look. I like the rattan finish. This one is this price right over here, and you can see that it's got some fake moss on it. I'm not always a fan of fake moss, but this one actually works for this particular planter. So you can see right here, Pachira aquatica, another one that actually has a different type of planter. So it depending on your plant aesthetics, especially your interior design, your home decor, rattan, that is also something that you might want to explore. And then look at these lifted floor planters right over here. We've got a bunch of these different types of ponytail palms, I believe, and these ones are not a bad price at all. Plant foldies, we're going to keep picking up some more of these plants right over here. This one is some type of philodendron. Birkin, these are all again for $15. And we have some succulent dishes as well with different types of succulents. You can see right here, this is another beautiful Alocasia dragon scale. You know, I would love to get into Alocasias, but I just already know that Alocasias are going to be a challenging plant to grow long term. So I tend to just admire them. And if you're looking at a way to actually save money on houseplants, you can just like go window plant shopping, as in you can just pick up plants like I am doing right now and showing you guys these plants and actually just admiring the foliage, more so even the design of the planters. Again, planters really play a big part in terms of home decor. If you like the glaze finishes, or if you like something as minimalistic as this, the terracotta planter with this Ficus elastica burgundy, again, it is only for a low price of $15. And so if you're looking to begin your plant journey and you happen to be shopping at Target this week, go ahead and capitalize on the really good prices, the low prices that Target has to offer on their house plants. I mean, you can see right here, we've got Anthuriums. And for those that did not catch my video, I did a houseplant tour of Caleb's Tropicals. He invited me over to his space where he showcased a lot of his Anthuriums. We already know Anthuriums are the trending plant, and even after that episode, I have really appreciated Anthurium. So whenever I see an Anthurium like this, for instance, I have to take a second glance and really admire it. I learned so much from him. So if you haven't already, definitely check out my playlist on my YouTube channel. I have lots of different types of plant content, and actually I wanted to put this out there for those that are interested in delving into more of my personalized content. Definitely consider joining my YouTube membership tier for the price of a cup of coffee. It's literally, you guessed it, only for $2.99. You will get access to members only videos. You'll get early access to certain videos that I would premiere, discounts on potential products that I will eventually be selling on my YouTube channel and community, as well as special emojis and badges that you can see during the live premiere chats. And most importantly, when you join my YouTube membership tier, you get to learn a little bit more about me. I've actually posted a little bit more personalized content in terms of my life, lifestyle blogs, my journey raising backyard chickens. If you haven't already seen my beautiful pet chickens, I've got a Rhode Island Red by the name of Catriona, and then a Barred Rock hen by the name of Charlotte. They are actually 5 months old today, and I am really excited to see that they are going to be laying eggs very soon. You will be the first to know, or more so, you would be one of the first to know if you actually join my YouTube membership tier. So again, if you're watching this on a computer, just press the join button If you are watching this on a mobile app, such as the YouTube app, you would need to go to the actual comments section, and there will be a direct link pinned to click on, and you can join my YouTube membership tier. Again, for those that have actually joined my YouTube membership tier, which is called the Super Plant Foldies, thank you so much for joining my YouTube membership tier. It definitely makes the sustainability of this YouTube channel even more so manageable for me, because when you think about the hours and hours of work that I create to basically make free content for everybody to enjoy, it at least covers some of my costs in terms of my gas, some of the time I invest, some of my editing equipment, and just all of the supplies I need. So definitely consider joining the YouTube membership tier. And actually wanted to shout out again a couple of my Super Plant Foldies, David and Eric, for always gifting people YouTube membership tiers to try it out. Now, as far as Weed the Wild neem oil sprays, it looks like Target still carries them. This is the Leaf Care Duo. So if you want to use a very good neem oil spray, which is a pest preventative, you can use that. You can spray it on your plants, and it has microfiber gloves where you can rub it and clean your leaves and make them super shiny. And let's see what else we have here. So I'm just going to go ahead and show more of these unseen urban jungle planters. Again, these I believe are for what, $20, and I even think that the urban jungle planters that they have at Target is even cheaper or less expensive as, say, Lowe's, which is actually really a surprise for a lot of people, because I think a lot of people will equate Target as being a little bit more expensive. But when you start to dig in on their low pricing plus quality, especially if you are on their loyalty program, such as the Target Circle program, then you are definitely going to be saving money. But let me go ahead and just pick up some more of these planters by Urban Jungle and show you what they have to offer. In urban jungle planters, I haven't ever seen these at Lowe's, which is typically where you will see urban jungle planters. I love that they have the bag planters like this, these grower bags right there. This one is a beautiful Ficus elastica, and you saw that there are many different varieties of plants. So we are going to see what we are looking for in terms of these plants and planters that they have available. Let's continue to explore. foldies, let me know what you think. I often don't go to Target to see houseplants, so I'm glad whenever I do, I find something as amazing as this. Do you see what I see? Monstera Mint, variegated Monstera at Target. This one is for $70. And pause for a sec and think about how much you would spend on a Monstera Mint that's like in a 3-inch planter. This one is in a 6-inch planter, and it also has a moss pole. So I mean, I don't know. I know that there were rumors that there were Monstera Mints out and about. I cannot believe that I found a Monstera Mint. And this goes to show that if you have a little bit of patience and you can just wait a little bit for some of these really sought after variegated plants, you will eventually find them at a big box store. And Target has led the charge in terms of finding Monstera Mints. This is a rare plant find, definitely a rare plant find. I mean, now you can find these a little bit more accessible, and while the variegation may not be nearly as high, what I will tell you about Monstera Mint is the variegation is impacted by the amount of bright indirect light you give it. So for instance, if you buy it and you flood it with lots of bright light, you will be able to push out more variegation. And you know what? I know that I probably should not be spending $70 on a plant. This is an example of an impulse buy, but how do you not spend your money on a Monstera Mint for this size, and it's already on a moss pole? That is a really good deal, and even the planter is really nice. And so I have definitely made up my mind. I will definitely buy a Monstera Mint because you can see that these have grown out a little bit more. Typically, you will find a Monstera Mint for more than $100, and it's not nearly as this size. So I am really excited to go ahead and jump on the bandwagon. I know that I probably shouldn't be spending this money, but who would not pass up a Monstera Mint? Let me know in the comment section what you think, and do you think this is crazy? Because there are Targets that do carry a variegated Monstera, or what you call a Monstera Mint. I'm going to be definitely buying the one that has the new leaf that unfurled. That one has a little bit better variegation, and you can see that the new leaf unfurling has some really nice variegation. So we will see the journey of it, but I wanted to share this with the plant foldies. And for those that are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, if you are a local plant foldie and you have not pressed the subscribe button, trust and believe that you need to go ahead and press the subscribe button with all the notification bell on, because I've got a lot of really exciting plant finds at big box stores in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The Monstera Mint is definitely one of it. Pretty soon we may eventually find like Monstera albos at a big box store. But plant foldies, what do you think about my plant find at Target? What do you think about the Target style and just this? I mean, look at this Monstera Mint. I am super excited. I know that I should not be spending this money, but you know what? It is Target Circle Week. I shop and buy things a lot at Target just because they have some really good aesthetics. And you can see right here, I am buying this Monstera Mint and I absolutely love it. I will be using my Target Circle card. It's the debit version where you save 5% off all your purchases. So I'm going to be saving a little bit of money. You know, you try to maximize on all your savings, and we'll see if there are some more plant finds, whether Target is going to be carrying some more plants. So the second part of this video is I'm going to be going to Home Depot. Now we're going to be going big box store plant shopping at Home Depot out in McKinney, Texas. If you made it this far into the video, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. I would really appreciate that support. And as you can see right over here, it is a beautiful morning when I actually filmed this Home Depot. I was on a roll in terms of doing big box store plant shopping. And again, if you haven't already, consider joining my YouTube membership tier. It definitely helps the sustainability of this YouTube channel out. But as you can see right here, we are at Home Depot. It is a beautiful morning, and so you'll see a lot of beautiful lighting in terms of the houseplant. This one is one of the Home Depots I often frequently visit. in terms of just shopping for plants. Now, whether I actually film is another question, but as you can see right here, we're just going to go take a gander and look at what plants they have to offer. I did see that they had some more seasonal plants such as crotons and mums, but you never know, they may actually have some amazing sales or deals. Typically, Home Depot has some amazing proven winner plants, so we're going to see what they have to offer and then take a look at these potential raised beds. Curious to see what kind of plants you are actually growing in the fall season. I know that I have some plants that have started out to grow in my garden as well, and I'm going to have to think about overwintering some of my plants because, as I've shared in some of my previous videos, I actually have grown a lot of my house plants, especially my Aglonema, outdoors in a shaded area because it's so much easier to actually manage that. So we're walking into this Home Depot right here. You can see that it is early in the morning, the sun is shining, and I am loving it. You know, every day I wake up, I am just thankful that I am alive. I am just thankful that, you know, I have a community such as the plant foldies here. And, you know, I love to just be able to go to big box stores, pick up plants like this. So marigolds, for instance, knowing that I actually have you know, backyard chickens that I am taking care of, I actually started feeding them marigolds, you know, the flowers. The petals are actually really good. They're high in beta carotene, and that actually improves their yolk. You know, I am celebrating on October 5th their 5-month old celebration because they are now 5 months old. Typically, backyard chickens supposedly start laying around the 6-month mark. So in just a couple of weeks, we will see them start to lay eggs. And you already know, plant foldies, I will be showing you that portion of their journey into adulthood. But as you can see right here, we've got some beautiful outdoor garden plants. I love strolling down this particular Home Depot garden center because they have very organized plants. I love it. And you know, when things are organized like this, when things are nice and full, it just inspires you to grow and build your basket and spend more money. It might not be a good thing for the consumer, but at least for the big box store, they are definitely driving sales that way. And you can see right here, I'm just going to go ahead, walk around and show you the plants, and then we are going to go into the main event, which is the indoor tropical plants. Feel free to let me know what kind of plants you like to buy in the Home Depot. And if you are able to tune in, Tuesday, I am actually going to be doing another Instagram live with my friend Harry of Art Garden Flowers. We are going to be doing a live selling event where you can buy some rare Aglaonemas and Anthuriums and different types of plants, and we can get them shipped directly to your doorstep from Indonesia. It will be scheduled for about, I think, 8 p.m. Central Standard USA time. So I would hope if you're on Instagram, you guys will tune in and actually participate in the live selling. We did do a little bit of that on Saturday, and I'm hoping to continue to do some collaborations with them. But let's go ahead and just walk around this Home Depot, and I'll show you their beautiful outdoor garden section. plant foliage, you can see we've got a bunch of croton. So this is the croton mame, and then we have the croton petra. This signifies that fall season is in full swing. I love these plants. These plants do require lots of light. If you're able to grow them outdoors, they do better that way. They don't like really cold weather, so it's always interesting how crotons are readily available in the fall season because fall has shorter days, it's colder. So this plant is really originally from Southeast Asia, even in the Caribbean areas, any tropical areas, these plants are grown into full-blown trees. I love the colors. Some people are not really into crotons, but I absolutely adore them. In terms of them being able to grow long-term indoors, you really have to give it a lot of light. So you're probably going to have to grow it under a grow light. And then in terms of watering, you want to make sure that you are watering it consistently. They don't like to stay dry for too long. That they have a lot of different types of tropical plants that are grown outdoors. And as you can see right here, I am featuring Miracle-Gro fertilizer. Even if I am not an official affiliate of Miracle-Gro fertilizer, I do think that their products work consistently well for me. Some people may not be fans of Miracle-Gro, but if you ask my opinion and my experience with their fertilizers, it has been very much a very good fertilizer for my plants. I use it for my indoor tropical plants, my garden plants, and there are organic options as well for Miracle-Gro. So, people ask me all the time what kind of products I use. So I've been slipping them in some of my big box store plant shopping videos. That way I can inform the viewers on some of the products I use. Now, again, everybody has a different way of growing their plants, different types of products that they use, but I like to just suggest the ones I've used as well. And then you can see right here, they've got a lot of these different type of hanging baskets. These are by Vigoro Plants, $19.98. And you can see you can get a Hoya carnosa. They have various degrees of variegation, but this is another easy to care for Hoya. For my Hoya heads, for those that love Hoyas, you can go to a big box store like Home Depot and get you a nice full basket of Hoya for only $19.98. And I can understand why some people really like big box store plant shopping video content. If you ask me, and this is just me talking directly to the viewers, if you do social media, it really is based on the algorithm. Sometimes the algorithm will push out more content that is really more centered around shopping. And so big box stores is definitely something that, for instance, these videos get pushed out more. If you look at other YouTubers that create plant content, a lot of them have actually gone into doing big box or plant shopping videos because more people will see the videos. I like to mix it up a little bit, but I do notice that even though I like to show Hydra Helix, for instance, the Hydra Helix tends to be seen more often whenever I am showing a big box or plant shopping videos. Even if you look at some of my content where I do like unboxing videos or even plant chore videos, big box store videos tend to just get pushed out. And I am just going to assume it's because, big box store videos have more potential to get more advertisements on it. But I am curious, plant foldies, what type of content do you prefer? Because based on just the views, it looks like you guys like me doing big box or plant shopping videos. I really want to know. So if you get a chance, please leave that in the comment section below. I just like that engagement. And actually, I was going to point it out there as I walk around this Home Depot and show you these beautiful mums. Have you guys utilized the community tab? So I've opened the community tab to where if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can post pictures of your plants, pictures of your home decor, post about just your plant care, and I really want to encourage that. Thank you for those that have actually participated in showing those as well. And then I did want to show you these different types of succulent hanging baskets. I think these are super cool and really value added. This is a Ripsalis, and I mean that's got some interesting texture as well. Love all of these beautiful succulent hanging baskets. You can see there's many different varieties here, and look at this. This is another Hydra Helix. Just kidding, this is not a Hedera Helix or English Ivy. This looks like an English Ivy, but this is actually called a wax ivy. It looks just like an English Ivy. I like it. Unfortunately, it's another one of those succulents that is just a little bit challenging to take care of, at least in my opinion. It is a little bit more spider mite prone, just like a Hydra Helix, and that is the reason why I like to just admire it whenever I am just going big box store plant shopping. But as you can see right here, plant foldies, it is a beautiful morning out in McKinney, Texas. You can see that I tend to like to go film big box or plant shopping videos in the morning just because there's not as many people going around and we're able to just look at that beautiful morning light. We're going to look at some succulents here before we start looking at the indoor tropical plants, and you can already see that I am about to find an amazing plant find, and that is the Euphorbia Ghost right here. Can you believe they have these massive ones right here? Look at this. This is absolutely stunning, and I'm going to need to get one of these eventually. I may not get one right now, but I mean, look at how beautiful the variegation and how ghostly it looks. It kind of fits into the Halloween seasonal theme. Can you guys believe in about 2.5, 3 weeks from now, Halloween is just going to be here, and next thing you know, it's November and December. But as far as this, what do y'all think about these massive Euphorbia Ghosts, and what do you think about the price here? It's only $39.98. Like, that is an amazing price. Please feel free to leave in the comment section if you agree or disagree, but I would say this is an amazing price considering this is one of the more uncommon euphorbias. I really like it. This is one that I would actually put in my space. Now, these do need a lot of bright indirect light. You don't have to water it as consistently. They like to be more on the drier side, and if you provide a lot of bright indirect light to this one, you will actually get sun stressing, where you will see a lot of pink margins on the actual euphorbia. So something I've learned by just looking at some of these succulents, some of them actually have some cute sun stressing that happens. This is another one right here. This is another euphorbia of some sort, and this is only for $24.98. So I like the look of this one. This is another one that I would recommend. Actually, these succulents are actually a good price, and then you can see right here, look at all of these beautiful mums. It is fall season, and then as we go around here, let's talk about the Proven Winners plants. And we also have some of these hanging baskets here. So I would even say if you are in the North Dallas area, this particular Home Depot actually has the best hanging baskets of Vigoro plants. So this one right here is an Epipremnum neon pothos. I love neon pothos. It is my favorite pothos plant. And this one is only for $19.98 in an 8-inch planter. So if you like these types of easy care plants, beginner friendly plants, go ahead and buy one from this actual hanging basket fixture. So we've got pothos plants. We've also got some spider plants. And what's really good about spider plants is if you actually have you know, furry friends, or even in my case where I am raising backyard chickens, they are pet friendly. They don't have toxic foliage such as these pothos plants. So you don't really want your pets eating these foliage, but the actual hanging basket of spider plants is one that you can use and actually have pet friendly. So these ones are actually in really good condition as well. And you can see right here, there's a couple of baby offshoots, $19.98. I think it's a pretty plant. A lot of people will actually pretty much overlook these plants, but that's the reason why I like to do these big box or plant shopping videos. Again, I like to just showcase plants that not everybody is always looking at, but these are beginner friendly and easy care plants. And you know, we always want to foster this community, which is the plant foldies. And I will say, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here and say thank you to all those that actually genuinely engage in my plant content. So if you haven't made it to a vertical YouTube live stream, let's just say that I wanted to grow this channel, but I realized that using a YouTube vertical live streaming may not necessarily be the best route, because we get a lot of random viewers out here, and I don't mind sharing our content with, you know, some people that may not have found this YouTube channel, but based on what you guys gave me in terms of feedback, I think I'm going to refrain from really doing a lot of vertical live streaming because of some of the inappropriate comments that some of these random people go on. And you know, I'm going to open this discussion slightly as I show you guys these beautiful Proven Winner Leafjoy plants. I always ask this question: why is it that people find it appropriate to just go on somebody's social media space and just say inappropriate comments, ask inappropriate questions? Would that be something that you would ask somebody in person in real life? I've just realized that you know, social media can be toxic, and I'm just thankful that the ones that are super engaged with this plant content, I really appreciate y'all, and I'm glad that everybody sticks to our purpose of showing kindness and respect, whether it is an online space, whether it is virtual or not. And so you know, for anybody that goes on to somebody's space, just remember, before you send a message, think about whether it is an appropriate one, whether it's something that you feel like is a good representation of yourself. And for the plant foldies that cheer me on in terms of just holding people accountable to being respectful through social media, I appreciate it. I know that I've been pretty much very diligent about not having any tolerance in terms of toxicity or just inappropriate comments. I think it becomes a free-for-all sometimes when it comes to social media, where people feel like they can just say whatever, do whatever, and not feel like there are any mutual consequences. I will say up front, if you are going to be disrespectful, if you are going to be inappropriate, you will be blocked from the YouTube channel, which is Growfold, and that's just a fair warning. So let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if you agree with me and whether you think I should try to do vertical live streaming, or should we just do horizontal live streaming where it is not as randomly pushed out to just random people. So I would like to know, and I am just going to go ahead and continue to pick up some of these beautiful Proven Winner Leafjoy plants. Today's video is definitely a little bit longer just because it is two different big box stores. You know, Target is one big box store that I was really surprised to see some of these beautiful houseplants, but as far as Home Depot, you know, Proven Winners Leafjoy plants, that is another one that I would recommend, because Proven Winners plants in general are pretty much value friendly in terms of your budget, and then they always release some interesting indoor tropical plants. So there is always going to be something exciting whenever you are going big box or plant shopping. I mean, take a look at this philodendron black cardinal for $19.98, and I am just going to continue to pick up some plants and show you what this particular Home Depot has to offer. and plant foldies, you can see that we still have quite a bit of plants to look at. So not only do we have a lot of Proven Winners Leafjoy plants, we also have a lot of these Vigoro plants right here. These are a bunch of Sansevierias, and these are for $7.98. Snake plants are super cute, super easy to take care of, and I actually have quite a bit of a collection of Sansevieria. So for those that do not grow snake plants, consider grabbing one and adding it into your plant collection. They're very low maintenance plants, and you know, in terms of low maintenance plants, you can never go wrong adding a low maintenance plant in your plant collection, even if you are trying to downsize your plant collection, because it doesn't add a lot of workload in terms of the plant care. Oftentimes the reason why we have to downsize our plant collection is because there's just so much more requirement in terms of plant care. Now over here we do have a beautiful bromeliad. This one's just a green variety, and this one is for $18.98. I like bromeliads. I often feature them also whenever I'm going big box or plant shopping, but for me, I just feel like it's going to be another plant that I have to take care of, and I'm not necessarily in love with it. And then over here we just have a green Houseplants, and that is another beautiful plant here by Proven Winners Leafjoy. This is for $29.98 in a 6-inch planter. I am really excited to showcase some of the new Proven Winners Leafjoy releases. They are bringing out some really nice ones. $14.98. We've got a 6-inch planter of Syngonium Marias. Now in order to get that chocolate brown tone for the Syngonium, you want to give it a lot of bright indirect light. It is another beautiful plant that I would recommend. It is one that is very fast growing. Now with Syngoniums, I will say this in all my videos, future and past videos, please make sure you are watering it consistently. Otherwise, it is going to rebel and get leggy and want to scream to get into plant heaven. And then I'm just going to go ahead and walk over here and just show you some of the large foliage plants. These are all large snake plants, which are really good additions for any spaces in your home that are a little bit darker. With a Monstera deliciosa, even just a green variety. And I know a lot of people are really into the variegated Monstera varieties, but I love the green form. And then you can see over here we've got a bunch of calatheas, and calatheas are beautiful. Yes, they are, but calatheas are also a very challenging plant, at least in my plant care, because they're very much susceptible to spider mites. They need specific types of water where they don't really like hard tap water, and it's just a challenging plant. And I really want to know if anybody else has experienced the challenges of growing calatheas, or is it just me? Philodendron Moonlight right over here for $19.98 in a ceramic planter. Again, with this particular philodendron, you really have to give it a lot of bright indirect light. Any neon colored plants, that's what's really consistently needed, is the lighting in order for it to really maintain that neon greenish yellow color. And then obviously look at these beautiful Aglonema red cyams, $19.98. It is one of my favorite house plants because number one, it is an Aglaonema, and And y'all already know we need to hashtag popularize Aglaonema. If you do not have an Aglaonema red Siam, and if you've been watching my YouTube content, can I please ask you at least this week to go to a big box store, spend a little bit of money and get yourself an Aglaonema red Siam. I don't truthfully say that you could become a super plant foldie or even a plant foldie if you don't at least own one Aglaonema. I love Aglaonemas. I love the pink stems on this plant. This plant is a slower growing plant, but in terms of the care tips, give it more bright indirect light and you'll get a better like margins, or at least better borders of reddish pink on the leaves. And then you can see right over here we have a bunch of these large form Aglaonema leaves. This one is an Aglaonema Nicole, and we're gonna go pull these out in just a sec. But you can see we also have a beautiful ZZ plant right here in a yellow ceramic planter for only $19.98. That is an easy to care for plant, low maintenance plant, beginner friendly plant, and this has such a good price as well. It is a budget friendly house plant. So if you're looking to manage your finances again, and we all get into that run where we're spending a lot of money on plants, I do think that with the ceramic planter and the beautiful foliage of this Aglaonema red Siam, for instance, $19.98, it is not a bad price at all. I do think that it's got some great value for the price that this big box store is asking for. And then you can see we've got some Thenanthes right over here. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that plant just because it's very similar to a Calathea, but what I would recommend is actually these large foliage Aglaonema. So this one right here is another beautiful Aglaonema. This is an Aglaonema Nicole, and look at how full it is. It is in a 10-inch planter for only $29.98. And to me, that is a really good deal, because if you go to like a local nursery or plant shop, it may end up being like $50 or even more. And this is a really good performing plant in terms of, you know, lighting conditions. So if you can't give it bright indirect light, if it's in a lower light condition, it will still maintain its beautiful colors. And this is actually one of my favorites. This is an Aglaonema Golden Bay. And what I love about it is you can see that it's got like a faint yellow veining. Also, this one looks like it's in flower. I am really wanting to hybridize some Aglaonema, but that's going to be another journey, another video I could talk about that. But that is an Aglaonema Golden Bay for $29.98. So we've got an Aglaonema Nicole, Aglaonema Golden Bay, and I mean, look at that. Who doesn't like Aglaonemas, y'all? Y'all need to get into Aglaonemas. And again, if you haven't already, please make sure you are following on Instagram, artgarden.flowers, as well as Indo Miami plants, so you can buy yourself some Aglaonema from Indonesia. And then you can see right over here we have another beautiful Aglaonema Nicole. Look at that. Look at how beautiful the leaves are. I really like that dark green border, and you can see that the stems are a lighter greenish tone. $29.98. You can get all three of them. I would totally buy all three of them. They are nice and full, lush and healthy. And this is one of my number one recommendations in terms of a low maintenance, beginner friendly houseplant that fits within somebody's budget. And we are always looking to save money. You know, right now, as I premiere this video, at least the first week of October, you already know I've talked about Target Circle and just being able to save money because it is Target Circle week. Home Depot also has a lot of plants that will go on sale for like 50% off. So it just really depends on when you go in there. I would also recommend, you know, downloading the Home Depot app so you can save some more money. They do have some digital coupons. If you have other ways on how to save money while you're going plant shopping, please leave that in the comments below. Plant foldies, y'all already know. Y'all already know that I love, 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 love comment away. Leave me like 10-15 comments. I will respond to each and every one of them. I like to know what kind of plants you guys are growing, some constructive feedback, and anything else, as long as you guys, again, practice the golden rule of treat others the way you want to be treated. Always uphold respect and not tolerate people that are not going to be respectful or kind. So that's really an open forum for our plant foldie community. And I'm just going to go ahead and just keep showing you these massive plants here. You can see we've got some alocasia and some other massive size plants. So let me know what you think of the plants that we are looking at this Home Depot. just going to keep talking about how gorgeous this Aglaonema Golden Bay is. I just love the faint yellow veining. It looks like an Aglaonema Silver Bay, but the Golden Bay has white stems, $29.98. Can somebody go ahead and just buy that for me? I would love for anybody to consider giving me maybe a super sticker or a super thanks, which is basically an option to give a monetary tip for a YouTube content creator. Just know whenever you guys give those super stickers, super thanks, I utilize those monetary tips to help with the sustainability of this channel, whether it pays for the gas that I spend whenever I am driving all over the Dallas-Fort Worth area to film this content, or other supplies that are needed in order to maintain this YouTube channel. So shout out to those that have given me super stickers in the past. I really appreciate it, guys. And you can do that either during a live premiere chat, which will get me super excited and happy, or even after watching the video. I will say, as a content creator, that is something in its full transparency that we are really excited to receive. So just want to put it out there, because you might be able to help fund another Aglaonema for me, but more so it would just help me with just some of the gas money and the things that I spend while going out and filming daily 1-hour plant shopping videos. I'm really trying to be more consistent about it, and I know that the plant foldie community really does enjoy the camaraderie and also the community on the live chat. So if you are watching this video for the first time, if for some reason you did discover this YouTube channel, say through a vertical YouTube live streaming, I hope you are actually enjoying this plant content, and feel free to say hello on the chat if you are watching this during a live premiere, which I typically do 7 p.m. Central Standard US time. I'm trying my very best, and I may end up doing a live stream right after the live premieres. So what I would say is definitely double check if you have all notifications turned on. So you might be subscribed to the YouTube channel, but it's always good to check to see if you are having all notifications turned on. But as I kind of wrap up this big box store plant shopping video today, I love the fact that I can go to Target and then Home Depot and feature all of the fall seasonal feels. You can see we've got pumpkin patch right over here alongside these croton petra. And you know, for me, seeing crotons, they do remind me of my family's home country, the Philippines, where these things are called San Francisco plants. These just grow year round into full-blown, beautiful, colorful trees. And I just hope that you know, some people will consider trying to grow crotons as not an annual plant, but maybe as a plant that you could try to bring indoors under a grow light and then grow outdoors when the weather is warm, because crotons need a lot of light. Full sun is best, and then also consistent watering. But as I walk around here, you can see that Home Depot is a really good place in terms of getting large foliage plants. So if you're looking to get bigger plant sizes for a space in your home, you can get a statement piece plant like that. And then just the varieties of plants that you can find at Home Depot, I never get tired of it, and I hope that our plant foldie community never gets tired of me doing big box or plant shopping videos. I do notice that a lot of you guys will tune into the big box or plant shopping video, so I would like to ask, if you are engaged in listening to me as I show you these plants, what is it specifically that keeps you engaged for big box or plant shopping videos? What is it about big box or plant shopping videos garners more views? I would really like to know in the comment section below. And you know, I have to show you terracotta planters. That is my favorite type of planter. Look at the aesthetics behind it, very classic. And then we're gonna go ahead and walk over here one more time and just kind of look at the succulents and cactus. You can see that there is a special buy. These are on sale right now, so normally it is full price, but now it is on sale for $19.88. You've got a bunch of torch cactus and different types of cactus. So feel free to leave in the comment section what you think of today's selection. What did you think about Target actually carrying Monstera Mint, Variegated Monstera? And what kind of you know, plant finds have you been finding at your big box stores? Leave that all in the comment section below. And just know, if you're watching this on Monday, October 6th, just know on October 7th, I will actually be doing an Instagram live selling event with Art Garden Flowers. So if you want to buy rare Aglaonema, you can see the actual plant and you can actually get it shipped directly to your doorstep, hassle-free. So I want to put it out there. And if you don't have an Instagram page, try to make yourself an Instagram page, because that is the fastest and most direct way to really get live updates from me. And you can send me a direct message. We can chat. We can interact with each other that way as well. So as I wrap up this video today, just know that I am again thankful to all the plant foldies that continue to support me. And as always, if you want to support me even more, consider joining my YouTube membership tier. I would love that. Press the join button. It is only for $2.99. And as always, my name is Richie at Growfold. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel with all the notification bell on. I will have some exciting videos this week. I'll see you soon. Bye.